What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns hopping up to Mount Soapbox for this Easter edition rant. And if you have a rant suggestion for a future episode, feel free and send it my way via the comments section, Twitter, Facebook, or email GeauxBurns@gmail.com. All right, so let's get into this, shall we? Obviously, this has nothing to do with Easter. I just thought I'd mention it at the beginning because, some people celebrate Easter today. And teach their own. That's the way I feel when it comes to beliefs. All right, so over the past few weeks, we've seen a lot of news from YouTube regarding changes that have been transpiring. And I've even made some other rant videos. I guess you could say they're part of a series here, like the demonetization rant last week and a few weeks ago, my restricted mode rant. And you could probably throw in a few others here or there to add to an ongoing discussion or rant regarding the situation on YouTube. Now, this rant is specifically about us content creators. And it really feels like that at the moment, we are in the crosshairs by YouTube and Google, which I find ironic because we are the ones who make the content that make YouTube what it is. And I realized there was a time back in the 2000s, I was there, where YouTube was not monetized. And the content creators back then weren't making money. They just, like myself, making videos, whether they were funny videos or informative videos, educational videos. They did it for the sake of making videos. And the thought of one day this being monetized was always kind of a dream, because it would be a cool thing if we were able to actually make some money from the work we put into our channels and our videos. And so a few years ago, that actually became a reality. YouTube became monetized, which meant content creators could actually start making a few bucks, a few pounds, a few euros for their content. And as content creators got bigger and they got more views and more subscribers, they made more money. And it got to the point where you could actually, if you put a lot of time, effort, energy, blood, sweat, tears, and yes, even your own money into YouTube, eventually you could get to the point where you could actually make probably a decent living. Maybe not a great living, maybe not like up there with PewDiePie or even Vanoss, who has, 20 million subscribers? But at the same time, they put a lot of effort into their videos. Well, Vanoss did, at least. I think PewDiePie just got lucky. I'm just kidding. For all you PewDiePie fans out there. But anyways, the point is, without two variables, YouTube would not be what it is. A, the viewers, you, the subscribers, who watch the videos, the content that's put out on YouTube from your favorite channels every day, every week, every month, every year. Without you, with those views, we content creators would not exist. We would not have any views. We would not have any subscribers. So I want to put that out there right now, because without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. I mean, we would continue doing it, but it'd be kind of like an artist back, before the internet, where like Vincent van Gogh, he made all these awesome paintings, but no one gave a damn until after he died tragically. And that's the way it was for a lot of artists and a lot of writers. They wrote these fantastic books and stories, poems, and very rarely did they reach stardom in their lifetime. I think William Shakespeare might have been one of the exceptions to that. But thanks to the internet, thanks to social media and how fast things travel around the world to Twitter and Facebook, as well as YouTube, if you're really good at what you do on YouTube as a content creator, whether you make funny videos or you're like MLG quality gamer where you do really cool 360 scope shots on games like Destiny, Battlefront 1, etc. Or you just make comedy videos, or you're really good at making history videos or news videos or political videos, you can, over time, amass a pretty decent following. At least that's the way it used to be. Before, I guess you could say, these new dark times for YouTube. And it's sad. It's something that Carrick and I were discussing in the latest international podcast over on his channel, ACG. And if the podcast did not get gobbled up by gremlins, I will link it up in the card section just like I usually do. But by the way, I always love to get plugs to my friend Carrick. He is a fantastic reviewer, one of the best YouTube reviewers out there for independent gaming as well as AAA games. So be sure and check him out. And that's going to segue into the next discussion because it's not just about me. I mean, yeah, financially, I'm obviously not making as much monthly as I was, but I'm still at the point with my channel where I wasn't making a lot of money anyways. I mean, I would say the most amount I made in 1 month might have been 100 and something bucks. Yeah, that's the best I've done so far, which is really good. I thought it was quite an accomplishment. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's several steps below the average of minimum wage per month in the U.S., which I would not have a problem with if I eventually got to that point in my YouTube career. Obviously, you have aspirations and dreams and hopes of going further with more subscribers, more viewers, and getting to the point where you could make a decent living doing this, because this is a dream come true. This is fun. This is something that I enjoy doing and have been since I started doing YouTube years ago with various other little channels that I started. One was just for fun. Then I had a political channel. I still have it, but I don't post content on it anymore. And then, of course, this gaming channel, my dad's Cannabis Corner, which is still around even though my dad passed away in late September, unfortunately. And my newest channel, my vlogs channel. So, yeah, I love making content. And with the recent things that have happened, like, restricted mode, which makes it very difficult for channels like mine that, A, covers, violent video games like Grand Theft Auto, Mafia, Red Dead, and, certain content creators like me who use colorful metaphors when they talk. I cuss. Yes, I say naughty words. And maybe I need to curtail myself. Maybe that's not the best thing to do, but, I've heard plenty of studies like, some of the smartest, most honest people you come across, they cuss. And I fucking cuss, okay? I mean, I'm good at, like, when I'm with my grandfather or in certain people, I know how to, rein myself in and not say those kind of words. Out of respect and love of my grandfather and other people as well. Because I realize not everybody wants to hear you cussing. And I don't cuss like a sailor, but I still cuss. And the truth is, most people cuss. But unfortunately, all this has caused problems, specifically, as we've mentioned in previous Rant videos, with the fact that advertising dollars have been bleeding from YouTube. The ad agencies have been, abandoning YouTube because of other content creators on YouTube. And, it's unfortunate because they make up a minority of the content creators. Because, yes, there's some content creators that do some pretty nasty shit on YouTube, and they should be banned. They should be kicked off YouTube. They should not be allowed to make content. And I'm not talking about political channels that you may or may not disagree with, that may have alternate news or fake news depending on someone's point of view. I do believe in free speech and people's rights to their opinions, even if they're wrong. But what I'm talking about is some really, really sick, dark web type shit. The point is, those few content creators, I think, is what kind of sparked this whole thing. And now YouTube has gone like uber strict with, coming after the rest of us content creators that did nothing wrong. That every day we continue to put out content, we continue to try and grow our audience, our subscribers, our viewers, our fans, and we do the best we can. And sadly, we're being punished for what others have done. And in my opinion, it's not fair. Now, I realize life is not fair, and unfortunately, that happens throughout history. Many innocent people have been punished for the actions of a few bad apples. The same thing is happening on YouTube. And going back to my friend Carrick over at ACG, I mean, he's taken a much bigger hit than me because his channel's way bigger. He has hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He's able to grow his base because of the good work he does over there, the fantastic reviews, his other videos, along with the podcast, which I am honored to be part of, along with Reg, Silver, and a few others that drop in as well. But unfortunately, monetarily, he's taken a pretty big hit, and we talked about that in the latest podcast. Hopefully, that podcast is up. It was a really, really long podcast. We answered a lot of Q&As from fans, and it was fun to do, even though we did take a few bathroom breaks. Hey, I've been working out, okay? Working out, drinking more water or so, it happens. It's just the way it goes. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get healthier. But Yeah, I mean, it's demoralizing because you put these years into this channel, whether it's Carrick's channel, my channel, or even other content creators' channel. Because I've know firsthand that even the bigger ones that have like 1 million plus subscribers, they're struggling right now too. They've taken serious hits, and they're definitely not making as much money as they were. And these are really good content creators I'm talking about. These guys have been doing it longer than me, and they're funny, they're entertaining, them and their friends, and they make good quality videos. And not only am I a content creator, I'm also a viewer, I'm also a subscriber, I'm also a fan just like you. And, these content creators probably never heard of me, and that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, all content creators on YouTube are being affected, big and small. And with everything they've done with demonetization, with restricted mode, with how, ad dollars have basically been cut down percentage-wise, it's hurting everybody. And it's making it even more difficult for content creators that have gotten to that point where they can, make some sort of living on YouTube to make a living, because they're used to a certain amount of money per month. Maybe not exact amounts, because it does fluctuate based on views. But with everything that's recently transpired on YouTube, it's made things very, very hard for them. And they're hurting because they put their lives into this, and it's become their job. It's become their career, but it's also their hobby and their passion and their love, just like it's mine. Obviously, the big difference is I haven't gotten to that point yet to where I am making a career out of this. But, that was always my hope and dream, that one day if I was good enough and if I attracted enough viewers, subscribers, and fans somewhere down the road, I would get to that point. And it would be awesome if I did. And it still may happen. But if it's in the cards, it's in the cards. If it's not, it's not. But yeah, they're suffering right now. Carrick is suffering right now. And so I'll say this. If you love these other channels, not just my channel, but these other channels that work hard to put out really good quality content, whether they're gaming or informative or funny, and they're struggling right now, help them if you can. If you're able to help them, please do so. And if you don't have any money to help them, okay, like their videos, leave comments, share their videos, retweet their videos. Let others know about these content creators you love via social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, if they do Instagram, or wherever else, stuff gets posted. I usually am on Facebook and Twitter. That's my two things besides YouTube. I think I have like one or two other smaller ones, but anyways, that's not the issue here. The point is, fans and viewers, subscribers, this is a very dark time for a lot of content creators on YouTube. And the reality is, some of them may not survive what's happening. Some of them will find ways to endure and survive. They may do more live streaming on Twitch. They may even try and move over to other video services like Vimeo. I've been pondering starting my own Vimeo channel, and just maybe start posting my videos over there as well. Because right now, unfortunately, YouTube is it. I mean, it's the big dog. It has the largest audience. And the truth is, it does a really good job. You can upload really big, good quality videos on YouTube. So to their credit, they've done a good job over the past several years making YouTube a great place for content creators and aspiring content creators and people that just enjoy posting videos, whether it's just a few seconds of them, doing something really cool in one of the video games they love playing, or a funny moment, or cat videos, or someone, like me, who would love to take this to the next level someday and, make this an actual career, or make it, more. But unfortunately right now, it feels like you're going to see a lot of content creators go away. Small ones may stop. They may just hang it up because of how much more difficult it's getting to grow your channel, your audience, your fan base, your subscribers. And bigger ones may get to the point where they can no longer make a living doing this. And they're going to have to find jobs. They're going to have to go off and do something else, or at least not dedicate as much time as they used to with their channel, because they had to go get a part-time job or a full-time job. And I realize that that's a first world problem, but at the same time, so many people have invested a lot of their life into this over the past several years, myself included. I've been, working hard on this channel since 2014. And I believe it's come a long way since the first year. A lot has improved. my quality, my delivery, the thumbs, my editing skills, even though I do have a radio background, which has been very helpful for me in YouTube. But yeah, these are very, very dark times for content creators. And other ways you can support your content creators that you love. If you do have some money, if you do have a few bucks, a few shillings, a few euros, if they have a merch store, buy a t-shirt from them. If they have a Patreon account, consider becoming a patron, because like being a patron, I mean, that's not that much. You can be a patron for a dollar a month or $10 a month, depending on the different levels. And I'm actually a patron of Carrick's channel, ACG. And yeah, I'm a proud patron of him. I've been one for the past few years now. I don't brag about it. I really do love his content. And I really believed in him even before we became friends. And I'm like, you know what? This guy is someone I would like to see become successful. And he was a lot smaller. I think he was under 100,000 whenever I became a patron. And now he's got, way more subscribers, viewers, and fans. And I sincerely hope that he and others survive what's happening with YouTube, and they find ways to make up for the loss of income, whether it's through sponsorships or increased merch sales of T-shirts, or more Patreons, more donations. So yeah, just think about that. Consider supporting your favorite content creators any way you can, because right now it's a very, very dark time to be a YouTuber.